Hello, welcome to Cooking with Peggy. Tonight we're going to make a complete meal in under 40 minutes and with just a few ingredients. And this is fast and easy after a long day at work or watching children. And so here we go. We're going to be making Tater Tot Casserole first. The ingredients are very simple. 1 to 1.5 pounds of ground beef, the large 22-ounce can of cream of mushroom soup, and a 15-ounce bag of tater tots. This is also a meal that can be made vegetarian. You can use a ground beef substitute. I have found that the Morning Star frozen breakfast sausage patties crumbled up makes a delicious casserole. So first what you want to do is brown the ground beef on the stove, and at the same time we're going to be putting the tater tots in the oven. Now the instructions for the tater tots are to have them bake for about a half hour at 450. We are going to put them in the oven and have them bake half that time while we're browning the ground beef, and then we will be taking them out and adding them to the mixture. So here we go. Okay, there we've got our single layer of tater tots. And now we're ready to put these in the oven and get this on the stove and start cooking. Okay, we have browned and drained the ground beef, and now we're going to add our can of cream of mushroom soup and mix it all together. Some people add, this is the base for this tater tot casserole recipe. Some people add additional things to their mixture. Some people add onions. Some people will add a can of corn or green beans after it's been drained and bake that in. You can get creative with this. We just tend to have it be your normal ordinary base. So let's mix this together, and then we will put this in 9 by 13 casserole dish that I have sprayed with cooking spray so it won't stick. So we add this mixture to the pan and spread it out, and then we will top it with the tater tots. Okay, so now we're going to add the tater tots on top, and they cooked for half the time that the directions called for. The other half of the cooking will be done now that they are on top of the casserole. And we're going to put this back in the oven at 450 for another 15 minutes, and it should be completely done. I've seen this recipe. Some people also add shredded cheese to the top to dress it up a little, but we are just doing the very basics for a quick and easy casserole. And so here we go. Spread it out a little bit, and we will put it in the oven and move on to our next. So next we are going to be making a Jello salad. This is also a very quick and easy accompaniment to your meal. We use a 16-ounce container of low-fat cottage cheese, small curd. We use the 8-ounce container of Cool Whip, the large box of Jello, and the large can of mandarin oranges. We are going to be making an orange Jello salad tonight, but the beauty of this recipe is that you can vary it depending on your tastes. You can make it with strawberries Jello and fresh or frozen strawberries. You can make it with lime Jello and a can of crushed pineapple. You can make it with peach Jello and fresh or canned peaches. There are a lot of variations to this, but the base is just these 4 ingredients, and we use the Jello as a dry mix instead of making it up with water. So we're going to just mix the Cool Whip and cottage cheese together, and then we'll be adding our Jello, and the final ingredient is the fruit. So we're going to mix the cottage cheese and the Jello first and get those nice and stirred up, the cottage cheese and the Cool Whip, and then we will be adding the dry Jello. stir that together. I let the Cool Whip thaw. It makes it easier to work with, but if you have it frozen in the freezer, you just have to stir a little more vigorously. Then we add the dry packet of Jello, and we are using a sugar-free Jello to make this a low-cal treat. Most everything that you can find has a sugar-free option, and this is one that is especially good in the hot summer months. So we mix that. We like to make things with sugar-free because my daughter needs to reduce her sugar intake because of her diabetes, and it's just overall something that we do to keep those calories down. Then we add the fruit after you've drained it, of course, and you are ready for a salad. We can put this in the refrigerator to cool while we wait for the casserole to complete cooking. So there's about 5 minutes left on the timer for the casserole, and that's just enough time to make the final part of our meal, the fresh vegetables to go with it. We like green beans, and this kind that I buy is steaming in the bag. You can obviously make your own, but the theme of this meal is quick and easy. And so we're going to puncture the bag, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and by that time it'll be time to take the casserole out and make us a perfect meal for tonight. There we go. So here is the finished product. We have our Tater Tot Casserole, only 3 ingredients, and we have our Jello Salad, only 4 ingredients, and we have our fresh green beans. So we made this tonight because my mother requested Tater Tot Casserole. It's one of her favorite dishes, and because there's only 3 of us now in our house, going from a household of 6, we will have plenty left over that I can send to her tomorrow for her to enjoy. So good. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know.